Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely demystify the Pakistan Stock Exchange and give you a really clear, actionable roadmap to executing your very first safe, informed trade. If you've ever felt totally intimidated by the mere idea of investing, well, you're absolutely in the right place. We're going to break the whole shebang down step by step. Let's dive right in.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with a welcome to the PSX, then look at the Asan account shortcut. After that, we'll cover choosing your perfect broker, taking you from opening an account all the way to your first trade, and we'll wrap up with avoiding those rookie investor mistakes. Starting off with Section 1, Welcome to the PSX.
People tend to really overcomplicate what the stock market actually is. But honestly, just think of the Pakistan Stock Exchange, or the PSX, as a highly supervised, everyday marketplace. The only real difference is that instead of walking in to buy fresh vegetables, you're buying tiny pieces of actual, real-world businesses. It's the country's only stock exchange, and it's where shares of over 500 listed companies, we're talking everything from big banks to cement makers and tech firms, change hands every single business day.
Now, to make sure your money stays completely safe, the market actually relies on 4 institutional guardians working together behind the scenes. First up, you have the SECP, acting as the watchdog. They set the rules and license the brokers. The PSX itself is your actual marketplace, where the buyers and sellers meet. Crucially, we have the CDC, which acts as your personal digital vault. It holds your shares electronically, so thankfully, you don't have to worry about losing paper certificates anymore. And finally, the NCCPL is the settlement engine. They're the ones ensuring that when you hit buy, the money and the shares actually trade places correctly.
Let's move to Section 2, the Asana account shortcut.
Historically, opening a brokerage account meant dealing with a literal mountain of paperwork. But unlike the old days of filling out endless forms and digging up extensive proof of income for a normal profile, we now have what's called the Sahalat profile. This is a real game changer. It's a fully digital, low-barrier route perfectly designed for everyday beginners. Whether you're a student, a homemaker, a freelancer, or maybe just stepping into your very first job, this totally clears away the red tape.
Now, there is a slight catch, but it's actually for your own protection. Because this account requires so little paperwork and is built specifically for low-risk retail investors, it does feature an investment cap for anti-money laundering purposes. Usually this sits around 800,000 rupees, but it can actually reach up to 3 million under certain CDC promotions. Honestly, it's the absolute perfect training ground for a new investor.
So what do you actually need to get started? Barely anything, really. Just a current unexpired CNIC, a live selfie taken on your phone, an active mobile number and email, and your bank's 24-digit IBAN. You'll also need to declare your zakat deduction status. And that's it. Because the whole system verifies your ID and bank details in real time, you can quite literally finish this entire onboarding phase in under 30 minutes right from your couch.
On to Section 3, Choosing your perfect broker.
All right, so you can't just stroll onto the trading floor yourself and start shouting orders. You need a licensed intermediary, a stockbroker, to place your trades. But before trusting anyone with your hard-earned funds, you should absolutely run through this checklist. Make sure they're an active TREC holder, meaning they have a legit trading license on the PSX and they're legally registered by the SECP. Crucially, verify that they will properly open a CDC sub-account in your actual name. Remember that digital vault we talked about earlier? That's what this is. Also, confirm they're connected to the Asan Connect portal for that fast digital setup, and always ask for their written commission rates up front. No surprises.
Listen, there is no single best broker out there. It's completely about finding the perfect match based on what you prioritize. For instance, if you want deep institutional-level research, Arif Habib Limited might be your go-to. Frequent traders might love AKD Securities for their daily market commentary. If you're a younger investor who really values a slick, polished mobile app experience, JS Global or K-Trade might be way more your speed. Or, hey, if you're cost-conscious and keeping a very close eye on this commission rates, you might want to look toward Next Capital or MKS.
Section 4, From Opening to Trade.
Okay, so the digital journey to taking action and buying your very first share is incredibly streamlined. Through the CDC's Asan Connect portal, you just create a profile and verify your email and phone. Then, you'll scan your fingerprints using your smartphone camera for biometric verification. How cool is that? Enter your bank details, make sure you select that Suhula profile we talked about, choose your research broker from a drop-down list, and provide an electronic signature. That means no printing, no mailing, and 0 trips to a bank branch. Okay, pause for a second, because this is an absolutely crucial safety rule.
When your account is finally approved and you're ready to fund it, only ever transfer money to the broker's official bank settlement account. If anyone, and I mean anyone, asks you to send investment funds to a personal bank account, stop immediately. That is a massive red flag. Always use the exact account title provided in your broker's official app or portal.
Once you're funded, you are officially ready to buy. Just log into your broker's app and search for a well-known company's ticker symbol. Pop open the Place Order screen. Now here's a massive tip for beginners. Use a limit order rather than a market order. A limit order lets you safely control the exact maximum price you're willing to pay for those shares. Once your order matches up with a seller, you just wait for what the industry calls T+2 settlement. That just means the shares and the money actually swap hands 2 business days after the trade.
And finally, Section 5, avoiding rookie investor mistakes.
Let's put a sturdy shield around that hard-earned money of yours. The fastest way to lose your cash on the exchange is by chasing random, unverified tips from friends or so-called social media gurus instead of just doing your own basic research. Another huge trap is ignoring the math. People completely forget that brokerage commissions and capital gains tax will eat into your profits, especially if you're trading way too often. Also, never, ever invest your rent or grocery money. Only invest funds you won't need in the short term, so you never have to panic sell during a temporary market dip. And lastly, as a beginner, absolutely stay away from leverage or borrowed money. Just don't do it.
Managing risk really doesn't have to be complicated. You can easily protect yourself by doing one simple thing: diversifying. Spread your investments across different sectors, like banking, energy, and cement, so a downturn in one specific industry doesn't completely wipe you out. Make sure you keep your emergency cash totally separate from your investments. And perhaps most importantly for your own sanity, review your portfolio periodically, not obsessively. I promise you, checking stock prices every 5 minutes on your phone is only going to lead to emotional, reactive decisions that you're going to regret later.
So, as you can see, the road ahead is completely digital, remarkably straightforward, and sits right in the palm of your hand. Which leaves us with one final question. What is your ultimate financial goal? Whether it's building generational wealth, finally saving up for that dream home, or just securing a comfortable retirement, are you ready to carve out just 30 minutes today to start building your future? Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and happy investing.